Marcus. Just sports.
You find me somewhere over the rainbow. Blue clouds are far behind. Me will trouble melts like a lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where to be too wild. Oh, why can
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and relatives, good afternoon, everyone. We're happy to be here, and I know you are too. I'm Ken Shepsley, and next to me is my wife of 47 years, Risa. We have been asked to officiate at this wedding ceremony. In officiating the marriage of Chandra and Mark, we've been inspired by Charles Dickens. We will, during the course of these joyous proceedings, explore Chandra and Mark past, present, and future, a literary device employed by Dickens in A Christmas Carol. There were other Dickensian inspirations. This is, after all, a tale of two people. And this is, after all, the best of times, not the worst of times. We also note that this is an occasion of great expectations. And here we stand today in no bleak house. It may be hard times in the nation generally, but it is happy times for those of us in attendance today. We could go on with the inspiration provided us by this great Victorian novelist. Dickens is a goldmine of twists and turns, but that would divert us from the business and pleasure at hand and would undermine our responsibility as officiants. So let us bring these introductories to a close by simply noting the great honor and pride Risa and I feel in having been asked by Chandra and Mark to preside this afternoon. They do not appear at all disappointed that their first and second choices turned them down. In fact, there were expressions of genuine relief when we, lesser choices to be sure, consented to participate. Their people got in touch with our people, and a mutually acceptable program was negotiated. So let us begin. First in the program is a reading by Chandra's brother, Les.
Litany by Billy Collins. You are the bread and the knife, the crystal goblet and the wine. You are the dew on the morning grass and the burning wheel of the sun. You are the white apron of the baker and the marsh birds suddenly in flight. However, you are not the wind in the orchard, the plums on the counter, or the house of cards. And you are certainly not the pine-scented air. There is no way you are the pine-scented air. It is possible that you are the fish under the bridge, maybe even the squid on the admiral's forehead, but you are not even close to being the field of cornflowers at dusk. And a quick look in the mirror will show that you neither are the boots in the corner nor the boat asleep in its boathouse. It might interest you to know, speaking of the plentiful imagery of the world, that I am the sound of rain on the roof. I also happen to be the shooting star, the evening paper blowing down an alley, and the basket of chestnuts on the kitchen table. I am also the moon in the trees and the blind woman's teacup. But don't worry, I am not the bread and the knife. You are still the bread and the knife. You will always be the bread and the knife, not to mention the crystal goblet, and somehow the wine.
Thank you, Liz. Chandra and Mark, past and present. Chandra, you have been part of the Shepsley family for the past 10 years. You encouraged Nilsa, your matron of honor, all those years ago, as together you prepared for a marathon. You brought enthusiasm, energy, and good cheer to that endeavor, as you do to many activities in your life. You gave your love and enormous support to Nilsa as her maid of honor in her marriage to Dan. You entertained all of us during your visits to the Cape, and it was when you brought Mark to the Cape that we knew how serious you were about Mark. We learned immediately of Mark's generosity and goodwill when, in the early light of the Wellfleet Harbor, he agreed to teach a group of us women to fish. He also generously lost money to Ken golfing during that visit. Mark, you are bold, you are brave. You see the exciting potential of each day. And you are attracted to that shining light, the woman we all know as Chandra Lim. I would like to say you met on a Paris street and fell in love immediately, although I am told you met at a boxing match through a mutual friend, Caroline King. The attraction was immediate and has continued to this day. We now have a reading from one of Mark and Chandra's favorite authors. We have two readers. Mark's nephew, Colin, will read the part of Calvin, and Mark's sister, Jeannie, will read the part of Hobbes.
What's it like to fall in love?
Well, say the object of your affection walks by.
Yeah?
First, your heart falls into your stomach and splashes your innards. All the moisture makes you sweat profusely. This condensation shorts the circuits to your brain and you get all woozy. When your brain burns out altogether, your mouth disengages and you babble like a cretin until she leaves.
That's love?
Medically speaking.
Heck, that happened to me once, but I thought it was cooties.
Thank you, Colin and Jeannie. We are now at the point of the vows. So I want you to hold hands and look at each other and repeat after me. I, Mark Yeager,
I, Mark Yeager,
take you, Chandra Lim, for my lawful wife,
take you, Chandra Lim, for my lawful wife,
to have and to hold from this day forward.
to have and to hold from this day forward.
I promise to love and care for you,
I promise to love and care for you,
and to always greet you at the door.
and to always greet you at the door.
In good times and bad, in sickness and health, for richer or poorer,
In good times and in bad, or richer or poor. And let's go back into sickness and health. That's it.
these things I promise to you today and all the days of our lives.
These things I promise to you today and to the day of all of our lives.
All right, Chandra, look into the eyes of Mark. I, Chandra Lim,
I, Chandra Lim,
take you, Mark Yeager, for my lawful husband,
take you, Mark Yeager, for my lawful husband,
to have and to hold from this day forward.
to have and to hold from this day forward.
I promise to love and care for you and to always greet you at the door.
I promise to love and care for you and always greet you at the door.
In good times and bad, in sickness and health, for richer or poorer.
In good times and bad, in sickness and health, for richer and for poor.
These things I promise you today and all the days of our lives.
These things I promise to you today and all the days of our life.
We now ask the couple to exchange rings. Mark, please repeat after me. I give this ring to you as a symbol of my love and adoration.
I give this ring to you as a symbol of my love and adoration.
Chandra, please repeat after me. I give this ring to you as a symbol of my love and adoration.
I give this ring to you as a symbol of my love and adoration.
We have a third reading, this time by Mark's childhood friend, John Conlon.
The first day of my life, by Bright Eyes. This is the first day of my life. I swear I was born right in the doorway. I went out into the rain and everything changed. They were spreading blankets on the beach. Yours is the first face that I saw. I think I was blind before I met you. Now, I know when I'm where I am. I do not know where I've been, but I know where I want to go. And so I thought I'd let you know that these things take forever. And I especially am slow, but I realize that I need you. Remember the time you drove all night just to meet me in the morning? And I thought it was strange. You said to me, everything changed. You felt as if you just woke up. I'm glad I did not die before I met you, but I now do not care. I could go anywhere with you and probably be happy. So if you want, excuse me, if you want to be with me, with these things, there's no telling just what we have together. Besides, maybe this time is different. I mean, I really think you love me.
Thank you, John and Bright Eyes. Risa has done Chandra and Mark past and present. Let us look at Chandra and Mark future. From this day forward, you will be closer than ever before. Your future will contain both success and failure, pleasure and pain, joy and sorrow, because these are the elements of all of our lives. The important difference, of course, is that now you will be traveling this path together. And what will that path be? No one can say for sure, of course, but of great importance in your life, in your lives, as role models and companions, are two couples who are here to witness your marriage. Chandra's parents, Ben and Lise Lim, are married 43 years and have 4 children and 4 grandchildren. Mark's parents, Paul and Susan Yeager, are married 45 years and have 3 children and 4 grandchildren. As your 4 parents and 2 honorary parents can all tell you, there is an amazing future ahead, adventures you will experience together that you may not even have dreamed of today. Chandra and Mark, we have confidence that you're up to the adventure and to the challenge.
Thank you. It is our pleasure, as is custom, to announce officially the marriage of Chandra Lim and Mark Yeager. A kiss will seal the deal. This is the end of the wedding ceremony, but the beginning of your life together as husband and wife, spouses, partners, and best buds. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and relations, please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Mark and Chandra Yeager. Yay!
Mark and Chandra's extended family, please stay for pictures. The rest, exit the park beyond the fountain at the Prairie Avenue entrance. Turn left to the Glesner House courtyard. Thank you all.
Wonderful.